Alrighty, y'all. I just got word from our setup that Ashley is ready to go with their run of Stellar Blade Any Percent Story Mode. With that, Ash, please take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm back. I was here the day before yesterday running Control, and now I'm back again doing Stellar Blade Story Mode, Any Percent. I think this is the first time this game has actually been shown in a marathon setting, so I'm really excited to do that. Join with me is I got two of my friends here. I want to introduce yourselves.
Blue Metal, I also run this game. I've been running for the past couple of months, but I've just been a really heavy lab rat, and I haven't learned this category yet, but I'm in the process of it, so hopefully I can contribute enough commentary, even though this is not my category, but you know, we'll roll with it.
You're the future record holder. Okay, don't even cap. Okay,
we'll see.
I'm Squidly. I don't run the game, and I've only played a little bit of the game casually, so I'm mostly just gonna be asking questions and learning along with everyone else.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. All right, and I'm gonna assume we're ready on timer, so I will count you down from 3 here. 3, 2, 1, start. So we are running NG Plus. That basically means that we're gonna have our full move set. But real quick story. What even is the lore of this game? Humans and androids lived on Earth. Then there was some war with monsters, and then they got sent out into space. And now we're playing as the android army sent to retake planet Earth, I guess. I will give you a quick disclaimer. This game features an army of Korean women climbing out of orbital pods, so if that imagery does anything for you, please keep that to yourself.
They're also British.
Yeah, everyone in this game has a British accent.
I'm not gonna lie, that caught me off guard when I first started playing the game.
Removing physical shield. Opening hatch.
Which part? Them climbing out of pods?
Actually, the accent.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that shocked. I don't think American English accents are always taught outside the U.S., so it's probable they were just, you know, raised on British accents when being taught English.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a Korean game, and it was whoever localized the game is their decision. So, Blue, do you want to talk about beta energy, Taki mode, and what we're going to be looking for in this prologue section?
Yeah, so we're going to be trying to build up a couple of resources. One of them is called beta energy. So we have these strong skills where you hold L1 or left bumper, depending on your control scheme, and you press a face button to do a strong skill, but it consumes some of beta energy. And you gain beta energy by just doing basic combat, like just hitting enemies with your sword, whatever. And we're also going to be trying to build up what's called a Taki mode meter, where we have this transformation that allows a lot of extra movement and skills, and it builds up just from being in combat in general, and it also builds up from hitting enemies. So that's the Taki mode meter is this circular meter in the bottom left corner above our health regen item. So you can kind of see it looks like it has a wing on it, and it's partially filled a tiny bit. And then beta energy is above the health bar, where it's these light blue, whitish squares. So we're going to be building up both at the same time, because we're going to be needing the transformation.
Basically what we're looking for is just getting hits and just doing quick kills. There is a bit of quirks with how fast you can get Taki mode energy, but we're still kind of figuring that out. This section is intended to be a tutorial, but since we've already played the game before, we're kind of just rushing through, and we're like very heavily gated here.
Well, hey, while we're just going through this intro then, would you like me to read a donation? Perfect. Well, we have a $20.80 donation from Toph, who just simply says Lesson 3.
I don't know what that means, but alright.
Well, I think that usually represents a heart, and a heart is indeed appreciated.
Oh, you less than 3. I thought you said lesson 3. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I get it. It happens. Yeah, and with that, we are $25 away from getting that bonus Super Boss showcase here at the end of the run. I think we can raise $25 over the next 2 hours, Chad. Please don't prove me wrong. I would love to see that Super Boss showcase happen.
That'll be a fun time.
And speaking of boss fights, here's the first one. And this is why we run on story mode, actually. So that's our first beta skill of the run, pretty much. Just completely nuke Sekai on this difficulty.
Yeah, New Game Plus, also being on story mode, you kind of just run over a lot of bosses.
Wasn't an alpha. But it was a strong
between beta skills and our.
Yeah, right there. I wasn't even using the controller. I was just mashing 4 on the keyboard because it's faster than holding the button down.
Why didn't I think of that?
So back to story. We have our ally Taki, and she dies within like 3 minutes of gameplay. She's who we get our Taki mode ability from. And then we were just saved by a mysterious human named Adam, and this is what, like 2-3 days later, and now he's dropping us off to run errands or something to that effect. I really can never remember the premise to these games because it's always kind of silly.
I think we're gathering like parts for him.
Yeah, we're gathering parts for him. He's turned us into his little rat, I guess.
This must be Earth's rain.
It's because he's not strong enough.
But he's going to be following us around with this little drone pod here.
Speaking of the drone, it does function as a gun that we don't have for the very start, and gives us some more combat options.
Something.
And on New Game Plus, especially on story mode, the drone gun is very strong. It has like, I think 5 different ammo types, and the shotgun is very strong up close.
You want to talk about these codes real quick?
Oh yeah, so we have these control panels that have these codes where the order of the keys are randomized, but the code is always the same, but it won't let you type in the code unless you find the body or the object that gives you the code in the first place. So we know the code, we gotta go examine the body first.
Yeah, but I've done like maybe 10 runs of this and I still can't remember like half of the codes in the games. Another thing you're going to see is we do need to get the Taki meter filled all the way before we start doing this first gauntlet of skips here, so I'm actually going to chill out for a second. Oh no, we don't even have to wait at all, we're just going to keep going. Damn, I think my theory about doing the charge attacks is actually checking out, because I did 2 or 3 of them in the prologue and I didn't have to wait at all.
That's actually really good, yeah. Because it also helps that we have a piece of gear put on where we have like 2 exospines, 4 pieces of gear that do different things. And one of our exospines is called Judgment, and it increases the speed that we gain tachymeter and how long the transformation lasts for.
It's very valuable.
So, real quick, I just want to point out that that is a fusion cell, and that is a pretty like generic key item that we use throughout the run. Remember that we picked up that fusion cell here, because there will be a quiz later. So then here is a first gauntlet of skips. I'm just going to run that back real fast. This section of the run has actually changed like pretty drastically throughout literally today. Because I woke up and there was like 3 different ways to do this area, and then we went almost back to how we were doing it before, and I'm like, I'm just going to do what I know.
It's very much in flux, so you might as well just do what you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Someone in chat was booing Adam.
I mean, I agree with him.
So anyways, this part of the map, it does like to deload quite a bit, so we're going to be jumping here just in case. Okay, it didn't deload. And then up ahead, we're actually going to want it to deload, because when it deloads, it won't unload again for a couple of seconds. So we're actually going to stand, if I can get a grip, jump over here. Oh my god, there we go. So then we can get up this hill and then hit the void out trigger right here, and that brings us over here. And now because this is the marathon, I'm going to run over and I'm going to hit this save point, because if we lose Taki mode, we cannot get that back. So better safe than sorry.
There's a tricky jump here where Taki mode makes it significantly easier. And if you fail getting up there, then it's like, well, ooh. Pretty rough. It was discovered last night that you can do this jump without it, but holy Jesus, it's tight and really hard.
Yeah, it's tough. I was trying that one. I was like, oh, maybe it's a nice backup. Well, we got through it, no problem at all here. That just skipped like 2 areas and 2 boss fights, or just, I think it's just the first one.
2 bosses.
And then this drown warp skips the second boss,
Yeah, the whole thing skips 2 bosses.
And now we're here, and then once again I'm going to grab another safety save.
We're going to be jumping around some of the environment here, and some of it is some pretty high terrain, so if you fall down and die, that'd be pretty bad.
Exactly, I'd have to do all that all over again. Who am I in combat with? I can never tell. One plus side to getting the safety saves is it updates the music, because you never get to hear the song otherwise.
Yeah, it keeps it in the first area music if you do this skip without yeah,
Without any
just,
saves.
It's got a lot of shenanigans going on with all the area loading and skipping. And we're skipping this
Right.
area by just doing some clever jumps around the terrain and jumping up here on these girders and skipping the long puzzle that you do in this place.
Excellent. We're almost there.
First try, all three, that was pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some white applause there. Now this jump coming up is mildly annoying. We'll see if we can get it without these monsters coming to bother me.
It's a very tricky slope jump where you have like a really tiny slope. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't work.
Just barely missed it. You get like one chance, then you have to gun all these guys down.
Yeah, this jump is very tricky because of the way the terrain is shaped right here. Because the tricks, some of the tricks in this game utilize slope jumps where like if you rub up against a slope at a certain angle, you gain some like massive height or speed depending on what direction you're going.
There we go.
All right, yeah, we're up there, nice. And that little bit of wall we're jumping up against to even do that ledge grab, it's a very steep slope where you have like it's just a very annoying jump just because of the shape of the slope and the spot you're standing in.
Yeah, and you can bonk your head pretty easily. And with that, we're about to drop into the final area of IDOS 7. This is probably like four or 5 hours of gameplay casually, maybe even more. So with that, we're gonna swap our loadout around. We're gonna equip Eagle Eye.
So what outfit are we going with for this run?
This game has so many outfits.
It absolutely does. I can't find it. Hold on.
Sort alphabetical?
We'll
That's
go with
what
this
I
one.
use.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's not the one I was looking for, but it still fits the color scheme.
I'm totally not biased because that's the one I used, but good choice.
You know, weird esoteric fact is the game puts you in that outfit by default if you load any of the maps from the console.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. So, boss strats, a lot of them are gonna come down to just barrel stuffing them with a shotgun. You love to see it.
Are those teeth?
Probably.
Chainsaw?
What'd you say?
Tooth chainsaw?
Yeah, Tooth Chainsaw Monster. So, now that is IDOS 7 complete, now something interesting has happened with all of the crazy skips that we just did, and that actually has stopped 2 of our companions from, like, properly loading in. So in this cutscene that's coming up, you'll see that Eve is talking to people that just aren't there. We have to wonder if she's, like, doing okay.
I'm sure she's fine.
Lily.
She's just out here talking to ghosts. Yeah, I'm sure she's fine. And so, while we're at this, I'll also just explain probably the worst part about this game, and that is definitely cutscenes. There are 3 different types of cutscenes in this game. There are completely unskippable cutscenes, there are cutscenes that are marked skippable at some points, and then there are cutscenes where people are just standing around delivering dialogue that you can skip once every 2 seconds. And unfortunately, a lot of them fall into either the unskippable or the dialogue mashing category, so that means this run has quite a bit of downtime that we're probably going to hand over to Marksy here. If Marksy has anything to say?
Yeah, I have something I would love to say. That is, we have a brand new bid war that just opened up for tomorrow. In particular, we have an outfit bid war to choose the outfit that we'll be using for the Super Fancy Pants Adventure speed run that'll be done tomorrow. The options are for that, we have the classic outfit, the full rainbow outfit, the on fire outfit, and on flower outfit. So, Any donations that go towards that bid war will also be applying to that milestone we have tonight, which is just we need an extra $25 here to hit 1776, which is the number to get that bonus super boss at. If you put your money towards that bid war, it goes incentive too, and we're only $25 away from getting that last milestone tonight. So chat, make sure you get your donations in, apply to that bid war if you want to influence the Super Fancy Pants adventure run, and let's get that super boss showcase.
Hell yeah. Okay, so an interesting side effect of having the characters unloaded is that we're actually able to freely sprint and also do our sword charge in this area. Normally it forces you into like a light jog, I think, and forces you to watch multiple cutscenes, but since the characters that are supposed to be talking to us aren't here, we're just able to go on our merry way as fast as we want. However, we're actually soft locked at this point, and normally we can't progress anyway. On console, you actually cannot continue the run whenever the game is in this state, but on the PC version you can just reload a checkpoint and you're good to able to just progress. So as soon as we write down this little tram thing, we're gonna go interact with something so our game saves, then we're gonna swap over to open the gameplay menu and reload from checkpoints.
Yeah, there's an NPC over to our left that we want to talk to progress, but when you do this, you just can't talk to them, I think is the issue here. So just trigger the autosave and then
yeah, it's something like
reload
that.
And then we're good to go.
Another thing you're gonna notice is throughout a lot of the menus, we switched to keyboard and mouse, and that's just because it's faster to navigate the menus with the mouse than it is with the controller.
Hey, Rael. It's been a while.
And then we'll also be switching over to keyboard and mouse for some specific range sections where having a mouse just makes them go by a little bit faster.
PC gaming.
Yeah, PC gaming, you have the freedom of choice. Keyboard is actually like interesting in this game because it's at this point it's looking like it's almost theoretically better, but the game feels better to play on controller, so we're kind of in this weird in-between state.
Yeah, it's very strange. Keyboard has some really strong potential with the mouse doing all like the camera steering, so like we'll see where it goes for sure.
Yeah, this game is very, very new, and it's like speedrunning life, so I feel like a good chunk of developments have happened since the PC release a couple months ago.
Definitely.
Quick question. What's up with Grandpa?
What's up with Grandpa?
Yeah, and his little tree.
Hey, Lily, this way.
Oh, it's
So he's like,
This is the
he's like,
Eve.
what even is he like in this game?
The
Like,
hypercell in here.
I almost said he's like Morpheus, but he's not really like Morpheus.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say about him other than he's just the wise old man that knows everything.
Yeah, he's the wise old man. He can see everything, and half of the game is spent like us getting things for him. So a bit of the story that we skipped, there's actually like power sources in this game called hypercells. We skipped actually grabbing the first one, but you know, because through the power of video games and glitches, we still brought the first hypercell here, and that hypercell is bringing life back to the last remaining human city called Zion. It's called Zion because this game stole story elements from Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, and The Matrix, and it maintained none of the elements of any of those three stories that made them like actually good. I will just shamelessly say that right now. You're laughing because you know it's true.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. With that said, though, this game is great. It's just the story is not his strong point. So anyways, Oracle has basically told us that we need to find more of these hypercells. He told us where to find the next one. The other thing is we're looking for the Alpha Nativa that killed our friend Taki, and Oracle says he can find that Alpha Nativa. The Nativas are the enemies types in this game. He said he can find them if we continue to bring him Alpha Cores, which I guess the boss enemies in this game drop, so that's pretty much our quest here. But first, we're doing a couple of side quests here. We have to go grab parts for Adam. But real quick, this guy loves to talk to you, but we can just sword charge through his trigger and he doesn't stop to yap. Or he didn't stop us to yap.
I just run around the side because Matera did it.
I think I got that from Josh's run, and I started doing
I need to
it.
study more runs. Because that guy we usually stop you. He's usually
so
like, look,
anyways,
my sister's junk, and that's where this person, this girl here, it's her shop, and so it's a mandatory side quest. It's near automata all over again. You gotta do some side quests on. You gotta start some stuff that you shouldn't have to otherwise.
Uh-huh. It's good to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Oh, no. Really?
Anyways, she's telling us about like her sister's missing, and she's giving us another quest that we're not gonna do to go look for her sister. Sorry, we're just trying to go fast here.
When I ran into the bike got caught between...
A bike.
I
do have to go out to the waste.
Oh!
So she gives us their spare parts, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna hit a fast travel point, which we're going to use because we come back to the city multiple times throughout the rest of the run, and having this save point over by the Oracle Chamber that we couldn't activate before now, it saves quite a bit of walking.
Yeah, the fast travel points in this game are pretty much
So are
telephones.
all the
We've been locking a bunch of telephones.
Yeah, just like the
Actually,
Matrix,
just one
right?
but yes.
are all the people here human then? Or is there some androids?
It's a mix of both, if I remember right.
Yeah, you'll see some regular people,
Hello?
and you'll see, what the heck's going on with the game? Hello?
My menu just completely glitched out there. That was weird.
Alright, just...
Okay, I just couldn't use the mouse there. Well, that's never happened
It
before.
is a marathon.
It is a marathon.
Just an upgrade.
The telephone of
It's an evolution.
teleportation.
I like that. So anyway, this is one section that we're going to switch to the mouse for. Even though this is the new game plus, the game forces us to do these tutorials for range combat and everything else.
Again. Perfect.
Free aim labs.
Well, yeah, a little bit of aim labs action there.
Some funny thing I've noticed about that is
You can
that
actually-
Damn kid.
normally you can only shoot these slugs at a set rate at maximum, but for that specific little practice minigame, you can spam a lot faster that you can't do it anything else anywhere else. It's kind of strange.
How was your walk around the city?
Interesting.
Not that it's super useful, but it's just like I just like to pre-aim and then just spam left click and hoping I hit the target.
Unfortunately,
Then I'll
Yeah.
go ahead on foot.
what?
I can't
Alright, we're
just
gonna
sit
see if
here
the
and
phone
think.
breaks
In
for
fact,
us. So anyways, our next destination is the Wasteland.
Please be...
Yes, thank you.
Funny enough, I didn't know for a while, but you can just teleport straight to the Wasteland from the telephone. We thought that you had to actually like walk the catwalk over
Yeah, I didn't
there.
know until I saw speedruns.
Yeah.
Eve, there's something I didn't tell you.
Okay, my menu is just broken right now. That's so bizarre.
Weird.
Looks like it's trying to swap between
It's about
controller
time you
and
tried.
mouse
Why not,
at the
bro?
same time really fast. It's
It's like input glitch and
yes, that's what it
automata.
looks like to me.
Okay, I'm gonna quit out and just reopen my game at the next save point.
Is this a that's never happened before moment?
Maybe?
So this is an overworld. This is where you would casually spend most of your time playing the game, is in these overworld sections. Because this game's like most of the gameplay loop is around exploration and doing side quests and stuff. But since we're just doing the main quest, all that this area really changes for us is we have super sprinting, which if you sprint for a long enough time outside of combat, then you're just allowed to move like 25% faster. It's a pretty substantial difference. But since I've aggroed these enemies, they're gonna follow me for a bit of time, and you won't see it till after this first wall
I wonder where they
run.
got that mechanic from. Probably near Automata.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, maybe some game that starts with the letter N.
No, she just switched her Crocs into sports mode.
We got wall running, which is pretty cool.
Great moves. Almost as good as mine.
It must be the drone, not you.
Oh.
Oh, I'm doing your thing. I'm doing it. Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a thing I saw Blue Metal do on his stream like last week. You just keep the super sprint speed and you can skip the second wall run, just like that. And then up here, do you want to talk about what I'm going to
Oh,
be
yeah, we're
setting up?
trying to do this interesting new trick
do you want?
called Death Warp. We're going to be trying to
Following the path, you'll see Altus level.
abuse void warp zones to go to a spot we're not supposed to be. Oh, does that work? So we're dying on purpose.
We'll
And
see.
We're trying to use the spot we died in to be a valid warp point zone, because when you fall down into a void warp, it takes you to your last known valid spawn point, and we want the place we died in to be one. And then when you just jump like that, it still does not nicely work.
Not a first try.
So a bunch of actions will set your new valid warp spot, but jumping does not. So upon revival, you just spam jump until you get to a void zone, and then hopefully it teleports you to the spot you want to be in, and it worked. Very nice.
Nice.
Halt, outsider.
Who are you?
I'm Rogue.
So now we meet our first test, and she's going to keep us
So, I
kind of be the gatekeeper for this first dungeon. But just like every other boss,
Well, if that's
we're going to
the
be barrel
case-
stuffing her with a shotgun.
And you'll mostly see shotgun or like one
You'll
or
have to
two
see
different
it.
beta skills, or not just one beta skill where you fling those 3 projectiles. It's one of those
Very
2
good.
attacks I'll be using most of the game.
I underestimated your ability. It was
Yeah, that is just kind of like the reality of like the story mode run, or this run on story mode difficulty rather. It's a lot less combat focused and more focused on skips. I am really excited to see what a hard mode speedrun will look like on this.
Yeah, because the bosses will definitely not just get
think that-
ran over like they do here.
Yeah, definitely not. So now this is the first sort of like dungeon area that you get to in the game. Casually, you like do a whole bunch of stuff in that overworld section. Like you have to go and turn on the power, and then do all sorts of other stuff and get like map data and whatnot. But here, since we just go to the end, we're already here. But these dungeons area, they actually strip us of our melee attacks. But right click, we're gonna open this door, use a healing item, and then that cancels the slow walk here. Pretty cool tricks found by a community member named Big
I'll do the
Sid.
same.
So dungeons like these, there's 2 of them in the game. This is the first one where you're limited to just your basic movement and your drone as a weapon. You don't get to use your sword or any of the skills that come with it. So it presents some other different kinds of movement challenges that you wouldn't normally be able to deal with, or have to deal with rather.
On the floor. Step back.
Oh.
There's a rope.
Barely made it.
Normally you have to use those wall running surfaces to grab onto a rope that came down from behind, but you can kind of just jump on them as they're falling and just skip doing all that altogether. It doesn't save much, but it's really cool, and it's really janky every time you do it. I swear it's every time I go for it, it's almost different every time. It's a very silly skip.
Yeah, I absolutely love these parts of the game because it goes from like kind of fun like exploration game to straight up Dead Space.
Yeah.
Because these are just abomination horrors.
It kind of reminds me of Resident Evil.
Yeah, it feels a lot like Resident Evil 4.
It's an AT.
See, they literally try and throw jump scares at you and everything.
There's a count.
I'm trying to think what's a good point for me to like put out my game.
Maybe
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
we'll figure something out.
So right here, you'll notice if I'm like hesitating on killing enemies, we actually can't use buttons when we're taking damage or when an enemy's aggroing us. So we have to both kill those enemies, but also the slimy enemies that are crawling around on the ground, they like leave a trail of fire. Also, this is the worst part of the game.
So, did you know that this is a PlayStation game when it first came out? Oh,
Barely made.
see, that's
The next area.
Worst
That's the
part of
PlayStation
game,
room.
speedrun wise or casually?
I'd say both. I'm gonna see where the save puts me. Okay, I'm gonna reset my game real fast. This shouldn't take any time at all. Just to hopefully like fix whatever weirdness is going on there.
Is there enough time for a donut?
What we do have is an opportunity to talk about the specific situation that Sarah is dealing with. So, as many of you may know, housing here in the United States is getting increasingly more difficult to access. Every year, this problem is getting worse and worse, especially with rents getting out of control. According to Habitat for Humanity's State of the Nation's Housing Report in 2025, more than 20% of all types of housed people were cost burdened, and that housing prices continue to increase relative to incomes year after year. We can help each other become more housing secure with mutual aid and community support, like what we're doing here at Saving Sarah. So make sure to continue to support us, because this is a wonderful cause helping our friend Sarah to get back on her feet. And we do have some wonderful things you can put that money towards. For instance, once again, that bid war for Super Fancy Pants Adventure, choosing the outfit that they will be using for the run, has gone up now. And we only need another $25 to get that milestone to see that bonus Super Boss showcase here at the end of this run. I know we can hit that 1776 amount, chat, by the end of this run. Let's get those donations in. Let's see one of those outfits be picked in that bid war.
Thank you so much. That took almost exactly the amount of time it took my game to recompile shaders for whatever reason.
Yeah, why is it trying to recompile again?
I don't know. It seems to do that anytime I close the game and then reopen it really fast. So that just, of course, happens to be when I need to reset it really fast. But anyways, remember when I said there would be a quiz? After I said to remember we got that first fusion cell like, what, 20 minutes ago?
Let's get it out of here.
This is where we're using that first fusion cell, right here.
Yeah, you normally have to do this sort of, you have to do a lot in this room where you're activating a couple of control panels to turn on a laser, and then you have to use these objects around the room to rebound the laser to a different place, and you want to direct it to that generator. All that to get a fusion cell, but we just skipped using the first one and just held on to it to use it here and stay like over a minute.
This lab, do you think humans use this facility to study nativas?
And there are other fusion cells you could do the same thing too, but in this category that's pretty much, I believe, the only time we're gonna be doing that.
Knowing your enemy is often the first step towards defeating them.
Yeah.
But this place seems more...
Yeah, because I don't think we haven't routed in your fusion cell duping trick.
Yeah.
Yet.
Maybe we'll find a way.
If there's a place for it. Yeah, maybe we'll find a way. Anyway, like we said, this game is very, like, fresh. Very, it's changing quickly. So this is probably the most obnoxious skip in the game here.
Well, plus aren't they still adding lots of new content? Like, didn't they just add
First
new
try.
endings?
There's contamination here as
But
well.
yeah, they did recently add some new epilogue stuff. I haven't looked into that yet. You can do that jump. Oh man, I didn't know that.
You know, I just learned that to myself. I was like, I'm not gonna go for this, and then I jumped forward for whatever reason. I just made it through.
Nice.
We're learning on the improv here. So once again, this is one of those codes that we have to find in the world before we can input it.
Try entering the code.
You're recompiling shaders and strats.
It worked.
And then this is one of these sections that we...
Yeah, you gotta shoot 3 really
Switch the
distant
mouse
targets,
for
and doing that on a
sort of
controller
range.
is
Hard. Control the drone.
way easier on a mouse.
Come on, let's get out of here.
And exactly. Yeah, because it's like constantly throwing more barrels at you as well.
Does this game have aim assist?
Too much aim assist. And not the right
Yeah.
kind of aim assist. It's the aim assist that just slows down the crosshair when it's over something instead of like snapping on.
The supply camp is here as well. Let's take a breath anyway.
Then we're at the end of Alta Silvar. Pretty much. We have this boss fight here, which reminds me a lot of Nemesis from RE3, which we just shoot all the zits off of it.
Nice.
There, that's the Resident Evil Zit monster dead.
Yeah.
The enemies in this game are so gross looking.
They are actually disgusting.
Ew, you're in it.
I'll check the legacy.
So now we just grabbed the second hypercell that we need for Zion, and then we found something that's called a legacy, and it's like a record from someone who was here before. So this is another member of the airborne, of an airborne squad. She's like one of the older ones, right?
It seems to be a facility that's
And her squad was, yeah, her squad was here like investigating whatever was going on in this laboratory and planting this idea that things are not as they seem. Maybe what we've been told about the world that we're in is not
hiding things from us.
true.
From now on, I plan to invest hopefully at the
Because we don't exactly know where.
anyone who may be watching.
Yeah, they're hiding stuff from us. We don't know where the nativas came from. We thought it was a genetic experiment, but now we're not so sure.
Yeah.
Genetic experiment gone wrong. But now we're not so sure.
I didn't think a record like
And
There was more war than we previously knew about
What do you
it.
think, Adam?
And Eve being an android that was born after everything that previously happened, she wasn't there to witness any of this
And
first.
those legacy things, they couldn't quite decide which ones they would allow you to skip and which ones you could fast forward. You can skip like I think there's about 4 of those in the game, 4 or 5, and you can skip one. You can skip a cutscene right after one finishes, and then the other ones you have to either have to watch or you can fast forward the dialogue. It's kind of inconsistent. Yeah, it's
and then the last one you can
kind of
just skip
silly and
completely.
arbitrary with which ones they let you skip, but that's how they set up the cutscenes in this game, unfortunately.
It is the worst part about running this game. It's really sad because this is a pretty good speedrun. Also,
Well,
my
at least so
my
far
menu
it
is
seems to
still
only
broken.
affect the fast traveling. Yeah.
It only it's only that menu, but
You ever seen anything like this
still
happen
pretty
before?
bizarre.
Wow.
Never seen it happen
I've seen it in
before.
another game, but not.
Inexplicable.
Yeah, I've seen
would've
it happen in
thought?
Nier Automata, but I've not seen it happen in this game. Yeah.
We both seen it in Nier Automata.
Yeah,
I think
everyone will go
input
through it at
glitch is
least
like
once.
your rite of passage in that game.
Every time I go through these cutscene heavy sections, I'm just like, I wish Shift Up was listening to me, because I'll just be like, hey, you guys can patch out all of our speedrun tricks, but if you allow us to skip all the cutscenes, it'd still be faster and we would still play it. I promise.
Honestly, yeah.
My eyes did not. Excellent work, Adam.
Let's go to the hyperdrive.
Now, fortunately, like these cutscenes are like just they're like right before the point of being like completely intolerable. I think if they were any longer, I could not stand running this game. So anyways, we're just plugging in the second hypercell that we just got from Alta Silvar, and now Oracle's telling us our next objective.
We're gonna be heading to the next linear chapter called Matrix 11. It's all about trains and some sewer stuff.
I am detecting the
Matrix
And that place, yeah, it's another area that's kind of loaded with tricks too.
I wish you luck.
I actually really like Matrix 11. It's like a very technical, tech-heavy part that you're like pretty much always sprinting through.
Jeez, Hollywood sequels are getting out of hand.
It's pretty fun to play. Yeah, I remember when I said this game rips shamelessly from Matrix. It literally has a place called Matrix.
I see more people, more signs.
I told you, what we've accomplished has been well.
So this is the first of, you know, the cutscenes in the middle of the game that you just can't skip for some arbitrary reason.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. To be honest,
There is a mod out there that'll let you fast forward the game through these moments, but with the way we have the speedruns set up and the loader move timer and everything, it's like, well, the game would speed up, but it would not contribute that to our timer.
Yeah, we haven't figured out how to make like a proper cutscene mod work for this game yet.
Look over here.
What's this?
So I don't even know what this is telling, like what this section here contributes to the story, because every time we come back to Zion, Lily has some new thing for us, and like most of them like have gameplay implications. I don't know what this one does.
Oh yeah, double jump. That's right.
Oh, this is where she gives us double jump.
Does something behind you that I really question, and then we end up being able to double jump, and then. At first she's like, hey, look at this thing, right? Before that, she's like, hey, look at this thing. It detects when we can find more alpha cores, even though it should be detecting like 2 of them right now, but that's neither here nor there.
So, you're ready to go? Matrix 11 is the search perimeter is extensive. So make sure
I'm just happy to be getting out of here.
All preparations are complete.
Finally.
Yes. And if it... Alright. Let me take you to Matrix 11.
So this is actually one section, like while I do like this part of the run, we're actually about like a foot away from having a way to completely skip this section of the game, because this area outside here is actually right in the middle of the next overworld section. So we can get out of here, and we're like a foot away from being able to make this possible, by the way. If we can get out of here, we can completely sequence break this next chapter, and it would actually shave off like a half hour from the speed run.
Right in the middle of the Great Desert.
Yeah, it's like a major.
Yeah. It was possible on the 1.0 disc of the PS5 version, because there was a glitch that got patched out, which allowed us to get out of here. But now on PC and other modern ports and versions, whatever, it's patched out, so we gotta find other ways. Theoretically possible, we just gotta find the way.
Yeah, we're like.
Why don't we keep that door
We've been like picking up the pieces and making something new with this speedrun. And then here's a little tiny skip here. Oh, I didn't get my jump. Oh well.
Hold on.
You can jump over this the trigger that starts this cutscene, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I wish she skipped it.
There's an issue with this game sometimes where, like, sometimes if you just barely take your pinky toe off of a ledge, it eats your first jump when you're trying to do a double jump off of a something.
Oil drums rolling around here again.
Yeah, this game has like no coyote time. If you're off a ledge, then your first jump is gone.
There's a zip attack that we use a lot, where you hold triangle or Y to zip forward like that. And sometimes if you're trying to do that and you just happen to walk off of a tiny bit of terrain, it's like, oh, you're considered airborne. We're instead going to waste a little bit of beta energy and do an aerial attack instead of zipping forward. So there's a couple of frustrating elements, but it's just a matter of just doing things right.
Yeah, this game, like, on the surface, is very frustrating to play in a speedrunning context.
It's just knowing, like, oh, I need to jump maybe a little bit early, or I need to not run over this bump before I try to zip forward.
Let's store the code. Careful.
AR6U06. I have to remember that one because I can memorize the codes.
Even though I haven't memorized.
I mean,
if you were able to save another fusion cell, you could skip this room here, which would be like the next best place to use it. Like if you were able to save another fusion cell or dupe one without wasting too much time. So it's like about a minute to grab this one and go back up the elevator to use it, versus like 6 seconds to just run through the room.
Let's open the box.
This code is hard. I don't like this code.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. The symbols are not normal, and the keypad is random.
It's a fusion cell. There was a fusion drive upstairs. Shall we go?
So now we're gonna use this fusion cell here. We get another one from. Oh, I remember. I'm not supposed to talk about that yet. Yeah, we'll get there.
Alright, this room's got some shenanigans.
We can also see some tough-looking nativas.
So now here, here I'm going to talk about something called collision resetting. So if you get stuck in some wacky, weird geometry and your frame rate is above like 100 or something, Eve will do something that we call collision resetting. So that like, so she's like half stuck in a wall or something, and you can kind of jump out of that. And then so what that's what you're gonna see up here. So I'm gonna jump out to the side, jam myself into this invis wall, jump out,
that was always so
take
cool.
a slope jump, go right to the rope here.
I'm fine.
And then it is such a cool one. It's so little, but it feels good to pull off. And so this is a brand new skip that a community member named Washeng found. We drop down here. We're gonna come do a distance double jump, do a dash, jump around this here, and then jump into this void out trigger. And that skips an entire QT section. It saves like a minute and 20 seconds.
There's another really cool way that me and my bud James C labbed out how to do it by like parkouring all over the inner areas of the bridge to do the same thing, but that one is significantly faster and clearly goes out of bounds, but it's cool.
Another tremor.
Let's go.
Wait,
Yeah. To clarify, Blue Metal has mostly been running like
I'm learning this category though. We'll get there. I'll eventually learn everything. Eventually. Once I get out of labbing 807.
Let's get out of here.
I don't blame you though. Like I jumped into this like without doing no out of bounds, and this was like really frustrating for like a week.
Yeah, I started with not bounds and I figured like, well, if I learn more of the game, then maybe when I go to any percent, I'll know a bit more of what's going on and what my options might be.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. I don't make decisions like that.
Most of
it.
it.
Right here, we're gonna skip the slow walk trigger. Oh, I just missed it.
Some slow walk triggers are time-based, and other ones are just like, well, if you walk out of the zone, you can move at full speed again. And so here's a boss. He's got kind of like a chainsaw head sort of thing.
What do you think we're gonna do here?
Blasting.
What's a chainsaw monsters?
Yeah, so we started blasting.
And then we spam Y. I have to say, like, one of my favorite parts about this game is the finisher, just because they are badass. So then over here, just a little platforming jump that they don't do anything to stop us from. This is the one code that you can memorize and just input. So it's...
Yeah, there's a puzzle here where you're supposed to like wash off the blood from the side of that train to reveal the code, but you can just memorize the code. Yeah, no, it's just that
one,
I
we
guess.
could memorize all the codes, but... Yeah. It's just shift up things,
right? This next one is a real doozy.
So I'm gonna be grabbing ammo. Yeah, we're gonna do some setup first though, because we actually need a fusion cell. This is one fusion cell that we're gonna hold on to for a little bit.
Oh boy, the underground sewers. So we're gonna be getting a code from a body, so we can open up a chest with a fusion cell in it. But instead of using it to access an elevator to fill this room up with water, we're going to hold on to that fusion cell by doing a really tricky Taki mode jump. That's pretty tight, but it saves minutes.
Ooh.
ECAC 60. Yeah, this is like a really big like baby skip.
Yeah.
I say it's a baby skip because it's still inbounds.
It's definitely one of the hardest ones to learn at first.
I think this was the first trick jump I tried to learn.
Once you learn the ins and outs of it, it's not that bad, but it's also really, really punishing if you fall.
Okay, so just for marathon's sake, I'm going to do a strat I found, which is taking an intentional death. Because whenever you die in this game, it activates a save. So if I just come down here and die to these enemies, I don't have to do that setup and grab the fusion cell again in the event that I mess this trick jump up. Because we need Taki mode for this, and if you fail a trick with Taki mode, you can't get Taki mode back. So we're just gonna take the intentional death and waste like 20 seconds instead of wasting potentially a minute and a half. was practicing this one and it was giving me grief too, so here goes nothing.
So we jump to this black pipe here, transform because we get faster speed and more attacks to give us some aerial advantages. Oh, stand on the little,
No, so close.
We had it. Oh no.
I like turned it off and I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
I got ahead of myself.
That would have been really tragic if he didn't
But that's
save.
why we took the safety save.
So we're trying to use the heightened speed and the aerial attacks to give us more height to try and land on that railing sticking out, because there's a really thick invisible wall there, but it doesn't completely cover the railing so we can actually stand on it. And then there's a gap in the invisible wall on the far side, so we're trying to step on the rail and then jump over to that gap and make it around. True.
Song goes hard.
Nice.
There we go. First and second try. Let's
That
go.
invisible wall goes away when you solve the puzzle that you're meant to use the fusion cell on to fill the room with water and then just casually swim to this spot. But we want to hold on to that fusion cell, so we got to do this tough jump around an invisible wall.
It's like we're just going around in circles.
You found a way to do that without talking about that.
I only managed to
You
do
find
that
the
like
hardest jumps
twice
in this
and
game.
I've
I
never done it
swear.
ever since. It's obnoxiously hard. Yeah,
It's the one that got away,
yeah,
right?
I
As it were.
as possible. Just there's no way.
Also, I gotta say, it's one of my favorite songs in the that we hear in the speedrun.
Tiba's going through a change.
Yeah, this game's soundtrack like actually bangs,
it's really pretty good.
ironically. So we're doing a little bit of a detour, and that's to grab another fusion cell, because we're going to use both the one we got back before the underground sewer skip, and this one, like, pretty much back to back. And then this is a very complicated puzzle, so I'm going to need to concentrate for this.
Oh.
Oh no. Which direction do I push? Very complicated.
And then they get even harder if you play casually, where they mix up what directions you're supposed to press, and you have to react to it. Oh man, those are hard.
Focused on the box.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
So you're pretty much going to be using 2 fusion cells in a row here. That receptacle there is where you put the first one, where we did that Taki mode jump. Just gotta de-aggro the enemies.
So we went into that room just to de-aggro the enemies.
And you're intended to go to the left to watch a cutscene to get another fusion cell where the fusion cell is gated behind that long cutscene, but since we skipped using one, yeah, we just use it here and skip that other
we don't got time for that.
cutscene shenanigans.
You escaped, but it's just another sewer.
It's like a Matryoshka doll.
A matri what now? What do you say?
Then these guys are a little random. It's like sometimes they'll decide to blow up and waste a couple seconds.
Yeah, so
or they
something
just die
I just
immediately
learned
like that.
yesterday is that the explosion is based on
And then you can
distance.
just...
So if you back up before you kill them, they won't explode.
Oh really?
Yeah, like Big Sid showed me that last night, and I'm just like,
Like that?
I did not know about
Interesting.
that.
This game's got enough that it's like,
Yeah.
it's actually got a fair bit of interesting tech.
Over there. It looks like this old generator's.
So now, this is where we use, like, unironically one of the
mines.
best items in the game. We use the mine.
Why?
Because this, yeah, because there's going to be like a scripted ambush here, but we can just lay a mine where this enemy is going to like drop down here. We're going to go ahead and shoot these early. Because you can just damage him down
And
to
this
1
is
HP
a weird
for
enemy
whatever
where he's
reason.
scripted to die real late, assuming his HP makes it to 0.
And And there we go, that's our mind going off. Are we still alive?
The strat that I use that I ripped off from Matera is that you use the blaster cell and just keep him stun locked until he finally does decide to die. Yeah.
Oh, that's a thing. And here's a big skip here where we just spam
the game does not
heavies,
want you
get
to
over
jump
this
off
easy
there.
or early. We drop down into
But
our
for
next
some reason, if
boss
you
fight.
spam heavies, you just go over it.
Yeah, but it's like the devs. They forgot like heavy attacks actually make you.
So anyway,
airborne.
we're gonna start blasting.
And another boss fight here. Yeah.
This one is really cool.
Best finisher in the game.
That's sick.
And catching the sword. I never realized she even threw it up in the air in the first place.
I just think the way that she throws it behind her back is just so badass.
Eve, you okay?
Yeah.
A lift route without an actual lift.
So then this is another bit of downtime, but real quick I'll just talk about the weirdness of swimming in this game. So you like have to hold X to dive, and then to swim fast you just spam B or the sprint button. And you can't turn. She turns like a freaking truck when you're underwater. I don't know why. But it leads to a lot of like really frustrating moments where you're like, oh, I need to go interact with this thing, and I can't. Like, I need to interact with this thing that's like 2 inches to my right, but I cannot turn that tight.
I mean, at least she doesn't have an oxygen bar, so you can just stay underwater as long as you want.
Another weird thing about swimming is that frame rate matters a lot. Like,
and then apparently
above 60, you can actually you can actually
Yeah,
control your
it's
swimming
like
fairly
how
well at
FPS
high frame rate
dependent.
when you're doing the speed swimming, but at 60 and lower, it's just like, I'm gonna go completely straight. You can't stop me.
Yep.
And then we got like a slide section here with some saw blades.
A waste. Can't say it was entirely useless, though.
The slide sections in this game are also really silly with high frame rate. Sometimes you'll get stuck for seemingly no reason, and it has to do with frame rate, which I've learned recently.
This game really
Yes.
like saws, like chainsaws and stuff. It's interesting.
Well, gotta love a challenge.
This place. The air's different.
I swear half the dialogue in this game is talking about the air and the atmosphere feeling off. Or it's one character says one thing and the other character says, what are you saying?
The vibe is off, okay?
Well, you got all this monster shenanigans going on around here. Yeah, it's definitely kind of off and kind of weird and smelly, yeah.
That was close. How about we take a break?
Yeah, it's just how is it any
kind
more
of the
off
actual
and weird than
normal.
normal.
Hold on to it. Let's go.
Anyways, we're gonna grab ammo here and then go to the final boss at Matrix 11 here.
We're
Are we looking
about
on
at
time
the
right now?
56.5 minute mark.
This is an ancient water. Yes.
55 minutes.
We're finally here.
That's not bad. We're doing pretty good.
Y'all are doing great so far.
Look.
That's impossible.
So another boss.
Anyway, we started
You'll
blasting.
never believe what we do here.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah.
So this is Taki, our teammate who quote-unquote died in the early game. They kind of... The monster's kind of assimilated her and she's a boss.
I am joking like a lot about the barrel stuffing, but the boss strats in this game do actually get really interesting later on.
To deal with shotguns.
Ooh, she's ripping me right now. And so this is definitely the longest unskippable cutscene in the game right here.
Yeah, I was about to
Do you
say
have
I'd
anything
love to
on the
talk
floor,
more
anything you wanna
about
talk about?
the
Go for it.
specific thing that we're trying to assist Sarah with regards to this whole mutual aid event. So, here in the United States, barriers to secure housing are even greater for women and people in controlling domestic situations like what Sarah is dealing with. According to Lotus House, 63% of all people working minimum wage in America were women, and women earn less than men across all different job fields. Additionally, a large contributing problem to women's housing insecurity are domestic relationships, with 57% of unhoused women reporting that domestic violence was a direct reason for their hardship. These risk factors make it even more important to support women facing housing hardship in their lives, and is a large part of why we're here supporting Sarah today. So, as a reminder, all the donations here are going directly to Sarah to help her with her housing and financial insecurity. And we do have some extra incentives for why you should be putting the money towards this event. For instance, we only need $25 more to hit the $1,776 amount, which is that milestone we are trying to reach tonight. If we hit that by the end of this run, we will be doing a showcase of a bonus super boss in this game that Ash has never played before. This will be not only a bonus for us, but this will be Ash's first time ever actually attempting this boss fight. I think that's going to be super cool, especially with what we've seen so far. I really want to see that happen, and I think y'all are going to enjoy it a lot too. So if you want to put money towards that, do remember we also have a bid war for the costume that we will be using for our super fancy pants adventure speedrun tomorrow. We have 4 different options for what that costume is going to be. You have the classic costume, the full rainbow costume, the on fire costume, and the on flower costume. So far it is tied up, so any donations towards that bid war is immediately going to have your pick take the lead. So feel free to apply to the bid war, because it will also apply to the milestone. Let's hit that 1776 amount tonight, chat.
I promise, Taki. May your
Beautiful.
memories live on.
Yeah, I just want to expound on the boss challenge thing.
No.
We can't barrel stuff this boss. I'll just make that abundantly clear. So if you want to see what this game's combat actually looks like,
I don't
definitely
think you should
but-
be
I mean,
allowed
when I
to
fought
use
the boss, I
shotgun
didn't
at
really
all.
use my drone either, so yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, casually, I didn't really use the ranged attacks much. So what's going on in the story is Taki had been taken by the Alpha that attacked us in the prologue and corrupted against her will. And so a big thing with the android human like hybrids like Eve and Taki is whenever they die, they want their memories sent back to the colony, which is in space. So Taki gave us her M.2 SSD that we're now going to take to space.
It is
Because you
super
can't tell me that
close, I
that's not an
believe.
M.2.
Yes, I can dimly make out.
Black wings.
Yeah.
But why?
I can feel the hate.
Why?
It's not unusual for...
Can you locate
So
it?
Oracle is sensing the Alpha that attacked us,
Where
and
should we go this time?
I don't really, honestly, I don't even really remember the reasoning behind why we go and do what we're doing next. I just know we're looking for hypercells and Alpha
Seems like
cores,
these story
so that's
trades
what we're
off
gonna be
between
doing.
finding either one. So we just got an alpha core from fighting Taki. So we're gonna get another hypercell, which I believe is supposed to lead us to the next alpha core. I think that's how it goes.
Speedrunner moment.
Yeah.
Something like that. The game's structured so like you start out doing like super linear stuff, and then it opens up to this big open world thing where you like you're doing side quests and exploring for like 20 hours, and then you go back to doing linear stuff for like 4 or 5 hours. Can I use my mouse? I cannot use my mouse. It's just in that menu, so.
Eve, I've been.
Do you have good news?
So this is where we would get Taki on New Game,
I finished.
and
you can now use.
we have to sit through this cutscene every single run.
Yeah, it's like right
Even
when you
though we
beat
already
Taki,
have
there's like a
mode.
swarm of cutscenes where you can't really skip them, or you can just maybe fast forward the text.
I'm gonna grab more ammo here. I'm saying that because
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot my last run, and Shale's kind of painful.
Eve, Lily. I just realized we forgot.
That's right.
And then
we left it.
we found out. Where did we even find this legacy? Was this just in the?
I'm worried.
I'm not sure. All I
Area
know
as
is I
Raven.
get mad at Adam for reminding us that we have to watch this. Because where did he find it? I wish he didn't find it.
Yeah.
Personally.
Is that why you boo him?
Day 50.
That's why we boo Adam.
Boo.
He makes us watch this.
Fifth round.
Boo!
And all of the cutscenes around this were dialogue master cutscenes. This one, we just can't skip at all.
The truth. The truth always
So,
lets me
the
down.
android humans have some,
I've
like,
gathered a good amount of
weird,
information
bizarre,
from
like,
Dad's records
religion
and the
thing
memories
going
of
on where
Richard
they worship... Who is Mother Sphere? Their creator, or their, like, master AI or something?
She was our
I don't know,
guiding
but,
light, our
Raven is now
salvation,
introducing the
our
idea that
God.
Mother Sphere is not, who she says she
However,
is.
In truth, Mother Sphere was a powerful artificial intelligence created by
What do you mean?
mankind.
Mother Sphere was
In the
created
distant
by
past,
someone?
There was an engineer named Raphael Marx. He was her creator. Mother Sphere brought great prosperity to
plot
mankind,
thickens.
but she seemed to have changed her mind upon the creation of Andro Eidos.
Yeah, this game gets so
herself
close to being great, but it just doesn't quite, like, it does not quite reach the highs story-wise.
Andro Eidos, she decided there was no room to spare for
I still love it, though.
mankind. Our God is not the God of humans. Then why do we worship Mother Sphere? I don't know anymore. The more I learn, the more questions I'm left with. Everything.
So why is Eve's name all capitalized?
It stands for something, doesn't it? It's like an
If it does, I
acronym.
don't remember what it is. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Adam, please take me to Abyss Levoir.
That's it. You nailed it. Thank you.
Ready to leave?
All preparations are complete.
What'd you say?
Elusive vegan people. But she
And
has
robots
names.
famously don't
There
even
you
eat.
go.
True.
There you go.
True.
Nah,
So,
damn.
anyways, this is the next
I'll have
overworld
to
section.
walk.
Even
you
so,
okay?
this is actually the overworld that Matrix 11 is
Alright.
inside
trust
of,
me. I'm here
and
too.
so even though he just flew to Matrix 11 with no issue,
Even
him
seasons
flying here has
Now we
caused
have
big
a
problems for our little spaceship here. Don't really understand that one, but it's okay
That's right.
because video games. So now once again, you're going to see more super sprinting. We're going to avoid enemy contact, so we can do this until some dialogue plays. Right about here, and we're going to go back to doing heavy charges.
It looks like civilization just turned into dust.
Not all of it. That's why scavengers like me exist.
Looking for screws in the desert.
These
Well,
guys
it's a
in
very
the sand is
common
like the
thing on Earth.
entire reason why I hate this area. Casually, at least.
Them and the freaking
What kind of facilities
robots.
are
Like they have like the turret machines and the ones with the swords. Like those are the worst in this game.
test?
Yes, there cannot.
Then let's
Are
not
they
waste
like
any
ant
time.
lions?
Is that?
Are they like ant lions?
No.
Are they check your footsteps?
Just as I heard, this place is deeper and these.
So this next section is the second dungeon, where we're not allowed to use our melee attacks. We're forced to range combat only. I would say that this one is a little bit more interesting than the other one, but they're both kind of interesting.
Both of them have their own interesting trick jumps going on. I would say the ones in this one are a bit harder, more yellow, depending on what you choose to go for.
Whoa, what's happening? You can
Definitely.
find your way up in the right corner.
Right corner. Where is it?
I'll find a way to shut down security.
So touching any of these means instant death, of course.
Or saw blades.
If you couldn't guess that from how they look. I think that'll feel good if I touch it, right?
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
Alright, quick, follow the yellow paint.
I think Shift Up was not aware of the yellow paint complaints while they were making this game.
Yeah, it's probably being made at the same time as RE4 anyways. Yeah, another thing that I'll just say about like just killing enemies in general in this game is if you haven't noticed, it does like a max pain like slow-mo effect. So killing enemies is slower in more ways than one in this
the more
game.
you can kill at the same time, the better. Which is, it doesn't, the opportunity doesn't always present itself, but whenever it does, it's like, yeah, okay, reduce the amount of slowdown we get, if possible.
Oh, that actually hasn't happened to me before. If they all bunched up here. Okay, that was a good backup though.
They don't want her to play on her computer.
What's that?
They don't want her to play on her computer.
No.
The gate security is down.
Excuse me.
So we had to press two control panel buttons in that previous room. Doesn't matter which order you press them in, because the second one will open the door we're approaching right now.
And then this guy is always like super duper grabby.
Eve, get them.
Yeah. He just wants a hug where you have to mash X to get out of it. Now, annoyingly, these platforms that go down, they're tied to your frame rate. So, because I have really high FPS, I don't have a lot of
platforms are
margin for
really
error.
weird. They'll just, at high frame rate, they'll just sink before you even fully stand on them.
Yeah, and then at 60, it's like a gentle float down. I'm about to switch to KBM. Oh, this is what I get for not waiting.
Let's head to the gate we unlocked.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes in that room. So guess what's gonna happen?
So now, right, doing guy things. So I'm gonna switch to KBM here. This is a convenient place to do it, and we're just shooting stuff anyways.
We're really starting blasting.
And that was everyone. So I switched to KBM there for this trick jump coming up here. That's just substantially easier on keyboard and mouse. I guess I could have waited till I got the save point, but it helps with that range section anyways. I am going to grab this because these lasers in here can instantly kill us. And that would be really bad.
So you're normally supposed to go through, yes.
So this is
okay,
something
the less
found.
YOLO version, very good.
Boom, just like that.
So the red
Yeah,
lasers will
I'm not that
insta-kill you if you
psycho.
touch them. The yellow lasers just do a lot of damage. You're intended to go around the room in a U shape by using the bars to go to navigate around the lasers without getting hit. But you can kind of just YOLO jump through most of it.
But through the through the power of high frame rates and keyboard and mouse, we can do that pretty easily.
Swim the rest of the way.
We got a fast cycle. If only she would sprints, and I fumbled it. I fumbled it. It's okay. This game,
yeah, there's
controls
some
are a little sticky
movement things that
sometimes.
go on where like sometimes it's hard to sprint jump off of a platform because she wants to stop by a ledge to prevent you from doing that, to prevent you from falling off, and then it takes her a long time to slow down and stop sprinting when you are sprinting and you want to just stand still. She, in a lot of ways, she moves like a semi truck.
Yeah. But that is how that was supposed to look like. Just pretend I did that first try.
We made it! You literally just made your way through.
It's like, I swear, I press sprint, but it doesn't always go through.
Nice.
And then right here is an identical boss to the other Resident Evil Zip monster.
Watch out, Eve!
I fought it before.
You did it!
And just like that, we get the next Hyper Cell.
Nice.
Guess what else is here? It's
Another
always tied to
unskippable
these dang
cutscene?
things right here.
You know, you're absolutely right. I hate these things.
Day 78 after the second dive.
If we could just delete the cutscenes and then add the time back to the timer, that would be.
I mean, hey, I'm not
brilliant.
complaining about unskippable cutscenes. That gives me more opportunities to talk about Sarah and why we're here doing this event in the first place. So, I'd like to talk about a bit about who Sarah is, just as a person. She is a mutual friend of ours. She is a frequent volunteer in this space, a valued volunteer at that point, in both just the volunteering space and the speedrunning community, which is something she actually takes after her late father on. He was also quite the generous person with volunteering as well. She's a fan of photography, drawing, designing, and video games, although in her words, the only thing she speedruns is eating ice cream. She loves her cats, Rosie and Ruby, who also need a good home, and her nephew, who she hopes to introduce to speedrunning someday. We would love to help Sarah get back to what she has been doing and what she loves doing, and just to get back on her feet in general from the housing and financial insecurity she has recently been facing. So all of the donations for this event will be going directly to her to assist her with that endeavor, and we have some incentives going on once again that you'll be putting your money towards. For instance, as was just pointed out in chat, we are only $25 away from hitting the current milestone incentive we have, which will be a bonus super boss showcase done by Ash at the end of this run, which is a boss Ash has never actually done before. So this will be bonus content for us, but also something completely new for Ash to do as well. And if you want, you can have your donation towards that also apply to the bid war we have for the third run tomorrow of Super Fancy Pants Adventure. This is a bid war to decide what costume the speedrunner will be using for the run, with 4 options currently being available, that being the classic outfit, the full rainbow outfit, the on fire outfit, and the on flower outfit. Any donations towards that bid war will immediately get your choice into first place. So make sure to choose that bid or choice when you are putting your donation towards this event, and let's get that $1776 amount by the end of this run tonight.
Perfect. So, just talking about what happened in the story there. Basically, the Legacy told us that the Nutibas spawned from genetic experiments that started on human beings. So the Nutibas are, in fact, genetically mutated humans, which is kind of a twist I saw coming, having played the other Nier games.
Yes, in space.
Are they mixed with chainsaws at all?
Getting there won't be easy.
Chainsaw got into the DNA somehow. Like, don't ask me, I'm not a genetic engineer. So our next destination is space. They say shoot for the stars, right?
So
yeah,
that sucks.
And I still can't use my mouse in that menu.
It's weird, yeah.
I hope that doesn't last tomorrow. Like,
distribute the body cells. It might add some stress. That'll be of great help during complete.
so at this point in the game, we get our second exospine, but we've already had 2 exospines anyway. Exospines, they're basically like little gameplay perks you get. So, you know, the ones that we've had, it's called Eagle Eye and Suppression. Those basically just make it so we take less armor damage, and Eagle Eye makes it so we can carry more range damage, which is good because we barrel stuck like 80% of the bosses in this game.
Well, we'll see what
Yes.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the point of no return in the story.
And this is pretty much
before we leave.
No regrets.
Yeah, if you progress, like, after this point, you can't come back and finish side quests, really.
Pretty much, I think.
That's how that works, right? So this is the home stretch. Not really, this is the start of the home stretch. But this is probably the hardest skip for me personally in the run. So I'm going to try the new way. I'm going to try it once, and if I don't get it, then I'm going to go back to the old way that I'm a little bit more comfortable with. So we'll
I don't know much about this particular out of bounds, but I've seen some shenanigans here that looks kind of scary.
Be careful.
Oh, like.
Alright, I'm excited.
Well, I'll get to walk you through it then. The bane of my existence on this skip specifically is the swimming, and the map deciding to unload itself randomly. So, I'm gonna line up here, and right up on top of this here, aim about there, and then do a standstill sprint jump, do a dash onto this invis wall, and double jump over here, and walk over into this rock so the map deloads. That's what you want. And we're gonna dive. Try and stay as far left as possible. And please don't deload on me. Okay, boom, we made it. That was very close. I saw it flash for a second. If the water deloads, then you void out and you can't do anything. So that was good. I'm gonna come over to this light. Caves are gonna load in. I'm gonna jump up on these rocks here. Oh, we got some weird stick flick shenanigans. And we're going to jump up on this geometry that loads in. Over this rock here. Uh-oh. Okay, that was clutch. And then we're going to jump on this wacky geometry out of bounds here. Take a little bit of a beeline over to the next area. Up on this rock, do a delayed jump, and the map goes in around us. That was beautiful first try. I'm so happy that didn't go without any grief. So now we're gonna take out these enemies so you can press the switch. And those machine enemies specifically, they can sometimes get back up, like their torso can crawl around and cause grief.
If you turn on all the link devices here, you can get the power running back.
So we do this in a pretty particular order. Just because
this room has 4 generators you gotta activate.
Since we come in,
and you can do them in any order, but this is the order
anyways.
we're gonna go with based on where we came in from.
Well, we did just hit the 120 mark, so.
You know, I bet if I had a live split running, I'd probably be on PB pace right now.
Ooh.
Well, while you do that, I'm actually gonna let me check your PB on speed.
Yeah, that sounds
we'll
like
see if that's the
PB
case.
pace.
If you happen to be on PB pace, I won't say anything to make you nervous.
So that's generator 2. And we're gonna sprint over to the ladder and grab the last one.
If everyone donates 60 cents, everyone watching, then we could meet that incentive.
Unfortunately, the minimum is $1. However, if everybody donated at least $1, we'd probably hit 1,800 tonight, which would be equally impressive. Honestly, way overshooting the milestone as well. So, hey y'all, $25 away, a whole super boss that's gonna be new for us and the runner. How often do you get this opportunity? It's like never.
Put your dollar in.
Okay, I'm hearing you out. Let's see.
Yeah, I've never seen this content before.
Wow! It's windy! There's no...
So this is a bit of a... I don't even know what you call this. I mean, this is an auto-scroller, but...
This is the hypertube?
Yeah, this is the hypertube. They put you in here, you're using your sword
I feel
as
like
a
this is where we
skateboard,
discovered the
it's
Higgs
awesome
boson in.
displaying. What more can you ask for? Now, fun thing is I don't think you can actually die here on story mode. Like, I think you can actually go AFK, but that's no fun.
Can she do any cool tricks?
Yeah, like wiping out. Do a bit of a double jump like that. Oh, if you press B, it does other things. I didn't know that.
This part would be better if they had a score in the top right.
Yeah, this feels like they wanted to make like Subway Surfers. The devs for this game, the only other game that they are known for is Nikke, the mobile gacha game. So this is their first and so far only console like release, like AAA game that they've made. So this very well may have been supposed to be like Subway Surfers. Who knows?
That was close. Lily, you're behind me, right?
And then we get a bit of a sneak peek into the next boss we're fighting right here. Oh, I did not mean to press that. Oh, that's actually really bad.
I guess you can build meter back onto the boss.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I can't change Exodus Mines.
Well, I will say, speaking of building up meters, we
sure
do
the
have
PV
a $1
okay,
donation
though.
from Blue Metal who says PV pays, by the way, so I think that's still possible. That has...
Ruined my donation. No.
But I think the donations are suggesting otherwise, because we have a $5 donation from Starship Trooper that says, "Starship GIF here. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part." Well, they've helped 5 people do their dollar donation. Let's keep that train going, because we're only like, let me do some math real quick. We're $19 away from that incentive.
Yeah. I remapped my controls, but it's mostly because I recently got like an RSI in my left wrist. So like clicking the left stick to sprint in this game was really messing with it.
I went to sprint
so
and
I
lock on at
changed
the
where I
same
mapped
time,
it
and that
now.
just...
Because I made that mistake a couple of times too. Now it thankfully doesn't happen now, but it's kind of a weird adjustment.
It's not to activate stocky mode, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh well, live and learn, right?
Yes. Yeah, because like if I kept interact on right trigger, then like sometimes I try to sprint next to something. She's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna sprint. I'm gonna look at this thing instead."
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like I don't know if I could get used to like changing my sprint key. So you sprint on right trigger now? And you interact on right bumper?
Behind me, right?
Nice.
Please slow down.
We're gonna build that
there's
meter
another
back
out of
up.
bounds coming up soon, isn't there? Yeah, I remember seeing it.
There we go. Yeah, that was a bit of an unfortunate fumble, and it wouldn't have mattered except we need Taki mode in this for this next skip up here. It's a pretty big one. It's a pretty big one.
It's a supply camp.
So I'm grabbing the safety save, just for the aforementioned reasons. If you haven't been following along, if we lose Taki mode, we can't get it back easily. As you just saw, I kind of blew it and had to like run around for 30 seconds.
Huh?
Nice.
They might find you.
Okay. just to be extra super duper safe, we're gonna go back to Judgment type, because that gives us a hockey mode for longer. Hey, second try. Perfect. So it doesn't end here. As you can see, we are out of bounds. I'm gonna switch back to Eagle Eye. So we're out of bounds. We're gonna climb up around this thing. This is like a really big, kind of obstacle course, I guess. You have to like ride these conveyor belts or whatever, but we're just climbing on top and getting completely around there. We'll jump over here. This area likes to deload a bit. I'm gonna get it to deload, then come back. We're gonna do a quick double jump right over this invis wall. That was a slope jump up an invisible wall, and then I fell down. Then I get back this up still. Just like that. Then you come up on this invis wall.
Nice.
Yeah, they're invisible, so it's hard, you know what I mean? Okay, thank God there's 4 there.
Yeah, well, speaking of things getting skipped as well, I do want to point out none of the last few donations have actually gone towards that bid where we have for the costume choice for Super Fancy Pants Adventures. So if that $1 train continues on, whoever next puts their dollar towards the bid war is going to be taking first place for their choice. And we only need 19 more passengers in order to get that Super Boss Showcase at the end of the run, chat. We're not that far off. And we only have like an hour left at most in this run, so we need to see this difference being made up soon.
Uh-oh.
Oh
no. That's a big dude.
Goodness, look at that. It's a control device connected to the tower.
Did we aggregate more enemies? Oh, we did. Okay.
It's a very five-headed puzzle if you're trying to move both lines at the same time.
Whatever. It was a bit of a confusing puzzle to execute, but I find it's a fair bit easier to do it with keyboard mouse. Well, just the keyboard, really.
This looks interesting.
What's that?
This looks
The Lyle skip.
Yeah, you're supposed to use both, like, one stick for each color.
cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to the other side.
Next marathon run, I will be doing Belial skip.
It's very strange. It takes place over in this corner to the left here.
Relatively new skip found that skips the next boss that we're gonna fight, but it involves like
weird
some
slope jump to
crazy
get up high and a very precise
Taki
mode jump, and then you do another
50 feet high,
weird slope jump
and
to
you
get
have
high
like
up
no
on an
indicator
invisible
for
wall.
like
It's very
where it begins
crazy.
and ends.
It's a lot of stuff going on.
Are they reinforcements?
Yeah, chat, you've heard of $5 mode, you've heard of $10 mode, but this is a marathon first. We are going $1 mode, raising money for Sarah to hit this incentive. We only need 19 more passengers to get this by the end of the run.
How do I my hacking skills? Oh my goodness, it recovered instantly.
You're gonna notice I'm actually spamming light attacks on this guy, and that's to build data energy, because we're kind of trying to set up for the quest of the run, since pretty soon it's just going to be a boss rush through the rest of the game. So that's Belial dead.
Yeah, just more evidence that she moves like a semi-truck in many instances.
She going into the... Dude, can she just turn?
She can turn her arm into a machine gun?
It's the drone that wraps around her arm.
I do love when my women are built for tough.
It's the most difficult thing. It's like, she goes in like this bull in a China shop mode. I swear to God.
I think I complained about that when I was playing it casually.
Because you just won't look at the thing you're trying to interact with.
Yeah, well just the way she moves is so
We have an
easy.
anonymous $1 donation saying, "Oh, let's go!" And that is going to the On Fire costume bid war. And that should be putting On Fire in the lead. Wait a minute. Hold on. I am looking at some shenanigans that just happened behind the scenes, chat. It looks like somebody might have tampered with the bid war. And suddenly the full rainbow costume option is in the lead with $5. It looks like somebody had reassigned one of those donations to full rainbow. So full rainbow's in the lead with $5. On Fire is in second place with $1. And Classic and On Flower haven't gotten any love from y'all. That $1 train is still ongoing with that anonymous donation being added on. So we only need 17 or 18 more passengers. I can do math in order to get this train going out to see that super boss showcase at the end of this run. Let's keep this hype going, chat. We can go $1 mode here.
What's happening?
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it's relatively new as well.
Contamination seems high at the top.
Hell yeah, let's do
Speaking
it.
of skips, that's
We're talking
some
about the
tricky
skip.
jumps coming up
also
here.
all of this too. So it's a pretty major skip. It is just incredibly difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
We haven't even timed it yet.
Right. Going in now.
Starting off with everyone's favorite hockey mode jump.
Contamination here too.
Ooh, this one's actually not that bad.
Contaminants were.
Yeah. So that jump just saves having to kill a few enemies and kind of going around a larger room in a U shape.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna slip out of the window too.
We're almost there.
Yeah, there's a jump coming up where we needed Taki mode for it previously, and I just happened to find a spot you can stand in to where you can do this next jump coming
the
up
original skip,
without
but you
it.
found this execution.
So we can actually just use it on the previous spot where we did use it.
I found a working passenger elevator just above. But I'm having a hard time finding a path there.
Well, the only choice is the path before us.
So there's a white robot out there in the distance we're going to try to jump to. Because that skips having us go outside in the outer wall where there's... So we're supposed to press that panel button right there to open a big door to go outside. And this skip's going out there.
He turned away.
It is a very
and I
tricky
missed
jump
it.
though. Oh. Yeah.
I believe.
Marathon.
I'll give this one more go.
Truly has been one of the marathon runs of all time.
This one hasn't been
There we
giving me
go.
grief, but you know. Yeah, marathon one.
Nice.
Yeah, like my mouse broke in the menu. And yeah, that's what that skips to was to look like. Third try is the charm.
Oh, this is all making me very nervous.
So then here it's a little bit of a small skip. They left like the activation trigger for this next like QTE section. They made it like really, really big, and you can just double jump up to it from right here. So kind of a small like micro optimization, but it saves like 5-10 seconds, something like that. And And then, oh no, everything around us is falling and crumbling down. Don't you get through the spam A section.
Oh no! It's about to collapse!
This is a large circular room
And right
where you have
here
to normally
is-
just go around
I'll go for this twice.
to where
Maybe
this
three
broken
times.
section leads to, but you can technically just jump straight to it, and by straight I mean after navigating all this crazy invisible collision going on. It worked.
Nice.
You should see what that.
Well,
You
that
should
was
see what that looks like with the collision viewer.
That was the first try.
There's
Yeah,
a
it worked.
gigantic like rotated square
And that
they
is
put
actually
there. It
the,
looks so
like-
silly. They did not want
That
you
is
to
the
get
last
across
skip of the
there.
run.
I think getting it first try while we're $1 mode is just a sign of what's to come here.
Just how long do we have to wait?
All passenger transport is stopped until code red is lifted.
Hell yeah.
If you wouldn't mind waiting.
That is the final, like, out of bounds-ish trick in the entire
That's right,
speedrun.
chat. We
Everything
have an
from here is just
opportunity for
waiting
a
and
whole
boss
extra
fights.
bonus boss fight that
So if you
not
wanna
even
do
Ash
your
has ever
donation
done
to
if
that
we get
incentive,
just
now's the time.
$18 more by the end of this run. That's going to be coming up in about 15 minutes, the end of it. And so, I mean, hey, that $1 mode train has certainly been at the station for a little while. Make sure to board before it goes away, and apply to the bid war that we have too, because we still have that costume bid war for Super Fancy Pants Adventure that we can put that money to. It goes to both the incentive and the bid war if you make sure to hit that hat incentive at the bottom of the page.
So, real quick story things. This is Orisa. She is actually a conventional android. She has no human elements of her.
Opening second floor entrance passage.
I don't remember what the deal with them is, but it's kind of sad that she's still here for some reason or another. Because this place is old and dilapidated, and she's basically serving no one.
The second floor is the family suite.
But here we go up. This is what's called an orbit elevator. The humanity built a giant elevator rig up into space, and we're riding a lift that goes straight up. Imagine how it would feel to be rocketed straight up into space. By the way, like that pressure would be crazy. But it is pretty cool because as you climb this spire, you keep getting peaks outside, and it's just
If you'd like
it's actually a really cool view.
You can
Like
always
you don't really
open
see
your
stuff like this a lot in
Is that
games.
so? Arissa, please open the shield screen.
I don't think they abandoned her. I think she just lives there
Understood.
now and she's living
Now
her best
opening
life.
screen.
Well, she was built to serve, and she has no one to serve. That's why the somber music is playing.
Herself.
It's amazing. I've never seen a view like this before.
We're new to, well, pretty much everything here. It's beautiful.
And then we go to the third floor, and then Orisa meets her unfortunate end.
I hope you have a most comfortable trip.
Yeah, sadly she gets squished by debris and those robots.
Yo!
Robot Nativas. Yeah, you can.
And I didn't know this, but you can talk to her after.
After she's squished?
She's right here.
What? Oh.
Serious damage. Use the emergency room.
You know, if you just didn't talk to her, she'd still be alive.
The privilege was mine, Arissa.
Now you think about it, right?
Oh shit.
You killed her twice.
Arissa's gonna be riding the $1 train in heaven now.
Follow the test.
Or whatever robots go, I don't know where they go, but they go somewhere, and it is on a $1 train, regardless.
They go to Mother Sphere.
The atmosphere feels different here. What's our next move?
If you follow the path, there should be an elevator that can take a left from here. Whoa! Be careful!
So I'm low on heals, so I'm gonna sit at this camp. Wait, no, it's gonna give me my heals back, right? Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, this boss.
So this is actually one of the most
removes your
complicated boss
drone,
strats
so you
coming up
can't
here.
just blast it with
This
shotguns.
area looks so cool.
Instead, we blast it with beta skills. if you get hit by that phase transition attack, it disables your biggest skills. So once you see that attack coming out, you gotta just back up. And right there was the burst skill called Overdrive, which increases your attack speed. I forget if it increases damage too or not, but it's a pretty useful burst skill because we don't use those very much in this run. There's an orange meter above the beta energy meter that recharges in a different way with really strong skills, but they tend to eat up a lot of time. Yeah.
I think Overdrive is probably the... Yeah, I think Overdrive is probably the most useful one. That's a pretty good Karakuri, though.
The little I defeated just now used a human as a host. No, that's not quite right.
Does the game ever explain the difference between like the organic Mutibas and the robot ones?
I'm not entirely sure. I just want to say that it's just like, yeah, there's just robot versions of them, man. I guess they can take over robot stuff and become robot and genetically... It's complicated. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Hey, it works for me, you know, whatever. You can make something up and it works for me. Anyway, this is huge dead time here. We are basically waiting for our...
love to plug our
stop,
incentive
so
and to remind you all of
again?
what we're doing here today. We are here supporting Sarah. Oh my goodness, all my screens just went black. Also known as Zoodleplex, is the Saving Sarah Mutual Aid event, which is running from today until October 5th. She is currently facing housing insecurity due to a harmful family and relationship situation. Needs our help to get back on her feet. Every donation goes directly towards securing housing and financial stability for Sarah. Sarah is a valued member of the volunteer community who helps us out whenever she can, so now we're here to help her. Type !donate in chat to donate to Sarah and !schedule to see all the amazing runs we have coming up throughout the rest of this event. And
when you're up here,
as a reminder, we only have $18 more we need to raise to get the incentive for this run, which you only have about 45 minutes left to get. That is going to be a bonus Super Boss showcase that is not only going to be more content for us, this will also be the first time Ash has ever done this boss fight. Ash, have you even seen this boss fight before? Have you seen the fight itself?
Oh, we've already seen him.
This
Like,
is
he's a character that you see in the main
just
story,
like for
but...
us.
No,
and this is only $18 away for all of us to get to enjoy this new content together. So make sure you get your donations in by the end of this run so we can see that happen. And while you're on that donate page at the bottom, we do have the ad incentive that you can do to have the bid war that we have for tomorrow's seed run of Super Fancy Pants Adventures help be decided what costume they will be using for that run. Currently in first place, we do have the full rainbow option leading with $5. In second place, we have the on fire option with just $1 put towards it, and classic and on flower options have yet to get any love. We had a $1 donation train running soon, and if everybody was to put $1 towards the bid war and towards the incentive, which you can do both, that would not only get us past the incentive here, we would also be at almost 1,800 by the end of tonight. So make sure to get those donations in the next 45 minutes so we can see that Super Boss showcase here, and make sure to hit that ad incentive so that the bid war has some competition going towards it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so this is kind of quite a bit of an auto scroller. There is a little bit of randomness here because the cycle that you get is random, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've seen
I feel like
some
they just wanted a pad play time,
kind of
so you
large
could hear
time
the whole
swings just
song.
from getting bad cycles on this ledge section.
This is kind of random, but the little symbol on her butt reminds me of
That's
a cutie
awesome.
mark. My little pony.
That's you know what
I don't know, the camera was just there. I couldn't help it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Camera was put there for a specific
You know,
reason.
it
I'm sure.
absolutely does. You're not wrong.
did we make it?
Someone made that call.
All that pain.
Someone's a fan of My Little Pony.
Alright, so these boss strats are a little bit more elaborate. I'm going to be building beta by...
yeah, we're at the point where the bosses are much more tanky, so we can't just only rely on the shotgun. And during phase transitions and downtime between boss fights, you can still land hits to build beta energy, even though they're not taking any damage. He's being a little difficult and not changing phases.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the beta energy I have here is what I have for the final 3 bosses, so it is kind of important to get as much as I can.
I mean, how soon are the final 3 bosses coming up? Well, quite a lot of cutscenes means quite a lot of downtime, and I sure would love some things to have to read during these cutscenes, just to help entertain everybody.
Now,
yeah, like when I was playing this game casually, I was wondering where this part was. That was in the trailer.
There's no call.
Behind you!
I think the trailer literally opens with this.
The very end of the game.
Yeah.
They did that in Nier as well. Nier Automata.
The trailer ends with like the final moments of the game.
Like, was it like ending C?
Yeah, it's like hella spoilers.
It's like 40 hours in.
Oh my! Over there!
That's
Whoa.
the real Alpha.
I see this, I think of Resident Evil 6. Like
We're in low orbit, so gravity is still an issue. At this rate...
We can't just leave the Alpha-Natiba here. Lily, use all my body cell power.
and now we can skip that cutscene.
Full power overcharge ready!
Is that the Mother Sphere?
No, it's just some giant alpha nativa that mutated out to space.
It's charging right now!
Lily, my attack is blocked. Find
Now
a
we
way
have to
to
shoot all
open
the
this eye.
eyeballs.
I'm analyzing it now! I've got it! The eye, a direct hit! It looks like it's losing nerve connection!
Something I didn't notice for a long time is that each shot does indeed drain your HP. So technically impossible. Yeah, technically impossible to do a no damage run because of this part.
Oh, it does?
Your body cell! It's empty!
I guess the game over condition for this part is just missing too many shots, even though they're extremely easy to hit. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Well, what if you have like really low HP from Demo Crawler?
Thank you.
I feel like I'll learn one day. Against my will.
Eve?
Thank you.
So, what happened back at the beginning of Spire 4 is Adam had a transmission coming through from Zion, and he had to go back and left Lily and Eve to go do all of that we just did. But Lily hasn't heard anything from Adam, so we're going back to Zion to see what's going on.
I wonder, could it
Because they suspect something is wrong.
Nothing.
How did Eve get back on Earth?
The exosuit. Lily sent an exosuit up to catch her and bring her back down to, out of orbit. So we come back and Zion is on fire.
No!
Eve, I'm sensing an alpha signal coming from the presence chamber.
Orko. He could be.
I'll try to do something here with the exosuit. Eve, hurry to the presence chamber.
Okay, I'm going. Be careful, Lily.
Oh my god, I think that would fix
Bet
the
all those
city if we
people
got
could use a
18 more
$1
dollars.
donation right about now.
Hyper deflation has
Indeed, they
racked
could.
Zion, and $18 is all they need to repair every building. And also, consequently, all we need to get that bonus super boss showcase here. And we only have until the end of this run, which is about a half an hour away to get the last $18. That's all we need in order to get that super boss showcase, which is a blind demonstration, not just for us, but also for Ash, who has never played or seen this boss fight before. And we have that bid war for Super Fancy Pants Adventure, the costume bid war as well, which if you put your money towards the bid war, it also happens to go towards the incentive. So make sure you get your donations in. We are running out of time in order to get that incentive met.
This is definitely one of the more complex bosses, and it's one of the first bosses to show off attacks where if you don't shoot down a few targets within an allotted amount of time, you're dead. It's an insta-kill move, and hopefully we don't run into that attack here. There's a knockdown. Yeah.
Isn't this the spot where Grandpa is?
Okay, we're really low on beta energy because she didn't get stunned by a couple of my attacks there, so they kind of got wasted.
Yay!
Which means
using
the next ones are going to look kind of interesting.
A bit more grenades and shotgun, probably.
We're going to have to do some improving. Yeah.
So I guess I should mention the knockdown effect that comes from a few moves. It's really strong because we also have an exo spine that buffs our damage to downed enemies and how long they stay down for. Our beta skill that we use a lot that fires a few projectiles out has a knockdown effect to it. Our grenades that we use sometimes have a knockdown effect, so like a lot of boss strats will come down to just doing a knockdown and then just wailing on them while they're down. So if we don't have much beta energy for the attack that does it, we at least have grenades. No.
Yeah, and there goes even more of it. Thank you, game. Yeah, that was the thing that Blue was talking about earlier, where if you have like an inch of air time, then and then you try and do a charge attack, it wastes more beta energy, unfortunately. So these last two bosses are going to look interesting. I think mostly just Elder is going to look interesting. And this is yet another unskippable cutscene. So basically what's going on is Oracle is telling us that he is in fact he is an Atiba mixed with a human-android hybrid. So he's like a three-way hybrid, I guess.
And he also has the last
interesting how that works.
Alpha core that you're looking for, because we lost the previous one out in space from the last boss. And this cutscene arbitrarily lets you skip the second half of it where he gives you his core, which is kind of silly. It's like, you have to watch this part, but then you can skip the other half.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, if Shift F fixed all the skips, but made it so we could also skip the cutscenes, we would still play.
I thought I could atone for my sins by...
It would actually be faster than what we do now.
A safe place. I tried to conceal my identity for as long as I possibly could, but Raven had to be stopped.
So the reason why we need alpha cores is that we need, I think it's like 3 or 4 of them to combine together to create the master core. And the master core opens up the entrance to the final boss's nest.
I see.
And we'll get to the door.
For giving my life.
You know, I'm not sure. I barely ever look at the inventory.
Are those tracked as items in your inventory? I was just thinking about something unrelated, like, because you can go to the last boss like pretty early on, but we can't actually like
that's a good point.
progress
I have no
to
idea.
that point. I wonder if it's because it's checking something in your inventory.
So yeah, those railings are kind of silly. They have some pretty strong slopes.
I love FPS tricks. So I'm gonna grab ammo here. And we're gonna be off to our last two bosses.
So, are we going to the...
I suppose so. Although...
Same here.
Maybe something happened to him on the... I mean, it's not like...
Wait, the bike... Yes, the bike.
Huh?
Lucky for us, he said he installed it just in...
Lily, can you find out?
Of course. Should we get going right away?
All right, let's go.
Okay, to the
So
Tetra
Lily
bike.
just conveniently remembers that Adam's bike that he drove away on actually has a tracking device. I don't know why we didn't just follow that.
She's literally
in the first
just
place,
a girl.
but,
Leave her alone.
You know, video game.
She forgot.
Yeah, she forgot.
She's just a girl.
You know what also has a lot going on? Sarah, and that's why we need to make sure to hit that 1776 donation mark by the end of this run. So not only can we better support Sarah through these difficult times, but we also get this Super Boss showcase that Ash has never seen or done before, chat.
This is...
It looks like a fallen colony.
Another legacy.
Let's take a look around. There's a legacy.
Do you want to know what time we're
Another
at?
record from Raven.
Are we still on PB pace?
The one who
I reckon
attacked
probably not.
1:58:45 or so?
Good. Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah, this isn't gonna PB.
Raven is...
Unlucky. It's okay. I mean, I had to redo the hyper
That's
tube,
fair.
so that's like to be expected. But
Well,
it's
this
still a
run may
pretty
not be able to
solid run
PB, but
overall.
chat,
I'm
we
I'm
can
proud of
hit
this.
a mutual
For
aid
first marathon
PB
showing.
tonight. If we get that 1776 mark, that'll be the highest saving Sarah's ever raised.
If the bike...
And that's only $18 away.
It means that Adam is also here.
Alright, so we are in fact fighting Raven, the woman who was leaving behind all the legacies. She turns out to be working for the bad guys.
I can't believe I haven't taken this
I believe they were all accurate. It's just he's still siding with the bad guy.
But for him,
I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it has to do with the jealousy. Because story stuff, things are actually favoring Eve instead of Raven. And Raven's like, no, I wanted to be the person, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I wanted to be the girl. Ooh, we died. Okay,
Something about
luckily
dying
this game gives
twice?
you a second chance. You can just revive yourself. Yeah. What?
Disarmed.
Yeah, this one's brutal. Rip off her other arm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'm on Raven's side.
Yeah, that
was
brutal.
really dramatic.
you
Eve.
did it, Eve. Well done.
Well, if you played the game casually, that finisher actually feels really good to see because this boss is insanely difficult.
It's because she gave us all the unskippable cutscenes.
Human like you.
Yeah, and then also she's given us another super long unskippable cutscene.
Again, we're the party bit.
Yeah, the back like
He was also
30 minutes of
that
this game
previous
is, like,
boss that we
mostly
just fought, the black wings and feathers and everything. That was Raven here. So like she was responsible for killing Taki, or well,
Your mainframe's
Taki stuff. So
exospine.
so it's like, yeah, you know what? You took Taki from us, so we're just like, nah, we're taking your arms away.
Yeah, and then Eva's like, I'm not going to kill you, I'm just going to leave you helpless and
So
force
now-
you to watch.
You won't be able to.
Yeah.
Kind of badass, to be honest.
You've taken so much from me. In exchange, I'll allow you to witness the end. In that state.
What? What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? You don't know anything. Kill me.
So is she working for the Naytibas?
It's kind of complicated. I don't remember all the details.
I wouldn't be.
But I want to say,
first.
yeah, probably.
Lily, let's go.
Eve, stop right there. Finish this.
Cutscenes are not done yet.
Eve.
Now it's time to watch us open a big door.
No, there's more. Great big door.
That is a huge door.
Yeah, so I was talking like about how we could get here early. There's actually ways to get here right when we get to the wasteland. I think we know how to do that, but if you fight Raven, everything works as intended until you go to the next map. It just sets you back in the QT and you can't progress. It's kind of strange, yeah. Like everything works and then like it doesn't load the next map. It just puts you back at the start of the cutscene.
Yeah, so a gigantic,
but you can
pretty much instant end of
stuff.
game skip was almost doable until it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Not the arms. I guess we could have talked about the other ending, but it's okay. No time for that. It doesn't matter. So we're going to the Naytiba nest. Eve is beginning to wonder if this is how organic life is supposed to be. I don't know why she's pondering this. Maybe she's just so detached from humanity she just doesn't comprehend like how organic anything works. Oh, I did get quite a bit of beta energy back. We might be okay.
This place.
I'll probably have to whack this guy up here a little bit just to get some more back.
The Elder must already know that we're here. It's watching us. But from where, I don't know. I don't see any Naytibas on the road. It's like someone wants this place to remain undisturbed.
I'm gonna grab the camp here. Just because this is the final camp of the game. So
they're
if you want to
firing
get your
up the,
$1
I don't know,
donation,
engine.
now's the
I'm
time.
about to say caboose. That's not where energy comes from. Energy comes from you, chat, with all your generosity, the donations today. So if you want to make sure to get that ticket onto the $1 train, now's your chance. We got like 20 minutes left before it leaves the station.
The end of my journey.
And at that point, we might not get to see that bonus super boss showcase. And we're only $18 away from getting a little bit more content before we have to end the night off. So if you want to see even more of Ash's awesome gameplay and more Stellar Blade, make sure to get those donations in here. We are quickly running out of time.
That's the kind of mistake you can't live twice. This is not the path.
So, Adam was actually the guy all along.
The truth.
He was actually the Elder Naytiba, and he gave us an offer. He wanted to fuse with androids or something, and we refused the offer. This is actually the fastest ending, because the other ending has a pretty long auto-scroller if you do that one.
Yeah.
Is that Arceus?
So instead of... What's that?
Is that Arceus?
Yeah.
So now it really begins.
And hey, speaking of Arceus, we got a $5 donation from Anonymous without a comment, but it did apply to the full rainbow costume choice for Super Fancy Pants Adventure. That gets it into the lead with $10.
Damn. Yeah, this is unfortunately an attack.
Yeah, he'll destroy all these before they reach the ground, and he uses the keys to kill move, but got around that, thankfully. Yeah, you definitely never want to see that.
Those 5 tickets bought for chat. We're only $13 away from getting that whole bonus super boss showcase, y'all. We are almost there. We need to fill this train up or it cannot leave the station. Come on, chat. Let's get this last $13 met.
time ends on
And
the
that is
credits.
our final boss. Time is not up yet.
Oh, wow, time is super soon, chat. We do not have a lot of time to hit this incentive.
Got about a couple minutes of cutscenes here.
So I actually read an interview with the story director, and apparently this was the only ending in the game for a long time because he was depressed and only saw a future where humanity was annihilated.
Hurry!
Woof.
It was a very bizarre read. But with that, Mother Sphere has come down, and she said, I will take you to space and answer your questions. Because we wonder a lot about where the androids came from and all of that. And then we're out in space and realize the colony is much bigger than we realized. Like, look at that. So time is gonna be coming up right in just a couple of seconds here. And that, my friends, is
GG's Ash.
Time. Right there.
That looks like a 209, like.
Oh, that's not looking like
15, 14, 209, 14. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's good. And
I was under
$14 will be enough to get this incentive, chat, because this is it. We are at the end of this run. This is the last chance that we have to get these donations in to get the Super Boss Showcase here. So if you don't want the night to end, $13 is the amount to meet. Even if it's just 3 of us putting $5 towards it, that is all we need to get the Super Boss Showcase. This is it, chat. We're gonna have these credits be playing out while Ash and Blue Metal and Squidly do their shout outs. And if we don't have it hit by the end of that, kind of out of time. So, well, please talk about your.
All right. Yeah. Well, I want to do some shout outs. First of all, I want to shout out the organizers for this marathon. You guys have been great. Osborne has been fantastic to work with. Production's been great. Marcy's been great. Really pleased with this. I want to shout out the Stellar Blade speedrunning community. It's not a big one, but we got a couple of passionate people in there, and I'm really happy to be included in there. I want to shout out Wish Cheng, who's been hooking us up with tools that we've been using to research how to break this game further, and I also want to shout out my co-commentator here, Blue Metal and JMC, and last but most definitely not least, Darave, who routed this game when the PC version first came out. And my girlfriend, who joined me on commentary.
Honestly, it's going to be most of the same ones. Just, the Stellar Blade community. It's pretty small, but, a very dedicated bunch who've been doing a lot of labbing, a lot of just figuring out how to mess with this game, break it, all this kind of fun stuff. And honestly, yeah, it's most of the same shout-outs you'd give, pretty much. I definitely think about it.
I think that's all we have for you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us and showing off this run. Y'all did absolutely amazing, especially coming in so far under estimate. Oh my gosh. I had no idea we were this far ahead of pace. Y'all did great. That was a super cool game and a wonderful showcase. 230.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had some
what was the
room in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think that ended up working out for us, and you ended up looking really impressive as a result. So yeah, hey, okay. Before we go as well, I am very curious too. What was that other ending you're talking about that was less depressing than this?
So there's 2 other endings. One, they both involve you fusing with Adam and becoming like a weird like android humanoid hybrid thing. But one, you only get one ending if you do enough side quests and you fill a Lily meter. If you fill the Lily meter, you go to a whole extra section of the game, and Lily goes back and finds a memory stick from her comrade because she was an engineer support for another android. So she finds a memory stick for that if you do enough side quests. If you don't do enough side quests, she doesn't have that memory stick. So the other ending is you fuse with Adam and become a weird like Natiba hybrid type thing, and her exosuit walks onto you and starts fighting you because it thinks that you're an enemy. So that's the final boss. And so if you get that boss low enough, Lily will remember, oh, I have the memory stick if you did the side quest, and then she will escape out of it, and then you just go hard on the exosuit and beat the game that way. If you don't do the side quest, you get the worst ending, which is you kill Lily in the exosuit. So those are the three endings, and
Gotcha.
both of those you become an enemy of Mother Sphere. And so we actually currently we know that a sequel is coming, and we don't know which ending they're going to expand
this
on
run
yet.
isn't quite what we just saw, because we just at the final moment got a $13 donation from Anonymous, who simply asked, "Boss?" ? Which did go to the On Fire costume bid war, which now puts that in first place, and that does mean we are going to be getting the Super Boss Showcase to finish out the night. Thank you so very much, Anonymous, for helping getting us over that goal. Yes, please continue on.
I get to play more. Okay. Okay, so this is Man. We're gonna do New Game Plus.
Man,
What do you
I'm
think?
not sure.
What should my loadout be, Blue?
I think. What did I go with? I often went with a build that focused on beta trance and other things related to beta skills. That's just what I did a lot. I'm not sure what you typically did casually.
I only really am thinking about like how we do it in the speedrun. I'll probably just do suppression and then try and just cheese with grenades, I guess.
Tell you what, I was hearing like 15-20 minutes was sort of what we're expecting to give to you, so until somebody tells me otherwise, why don't you get started and I'll tell you if there's a better number than that.
Alright, well, this is gonna be start then. I don't actually have a whole lot of commentary here because,
so
like I said, I've
just
seen this boss before.
Looks like it. He hasn't taken much damage.
What? Yeah, it's on hard mode.
When I tried to play this casually, the combat really got on my nerves because she has to completely finish her animation before you can block anything. So it's like you have to really think about the moves you're gonna use, otherwise you might take damage and there's nothing you can really do about it.
I think the New Game Plus skills are gonna maybe make this possible, but his health bar has not moved much at all, and I'm almost out of heals.
I'm getting word that if you want a few tries to get this happening, we're going to give you some time. That's fine. We paid for the showcase, and we want to get a good showcase.
I don't think I'm gonna beat him.
Nice.
Oh, I got a second phase, huh?
So, who is this guy?
What's that?
Who is this
Protects
guy?
Grandpa.
This is one of the supporting characters. He's like Oracle's right-hand
He
man.
protects Grandpa.
That's why he's called man.
Okay.
He protects what?
Grandpa.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you
it's
go.
a chainsaw.
It's
What is this? Is this an axe?
probably all of the above, in all honesty.
I thought it was a gun at first, too.
It's probably
Yes.
a chainsaw. Am I a chainsaw?
I was waiting for that one there.
I mean, hey, phase 2.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Sometimes he doesn't care about knockdowns.
He got knocked down and then he just kicked me.
That's pretty good for a phase for first try.
On hard mode,
Okay, we
no
got the
less.
same load up.
This is also on the hardest difficulty, chat, if you were unaware.
So, his sword can either be super long ranged or he can split it into two.
Some anime stuff.
I was kind of thinking that when you were Naruto running around him.
So if they glow red, that means that they're about to do like a big attack chain, and if they glow orange, that means that they're about to do an unblockable move. It's an insta-kill right there, okay.
That's fast.
This music is good, I've never heard this track before. Yeah, just like that, okay.
It's like when you see
Two
this
hit
fight, it makes you
wipeout.
question how did he lose in the story.
Yeah.
Yes. The Black Wing version.
Did he lose to Raven? Yeah.
Oh, I blew that.
No. Let's see. We're 7 minutes into the showcase, and I've been
Probably looking
told
at time.
we got like 15, 20 more minutes we're willing to give you if you think you can get it. Please, just send it. We are enjoying this.
All right. Okay. Man, I just spam block like a spaz there.
Honestly, I kind of
Does he have
forget.
3 phases?
I forget if it's just the second phase hits early and you're stuck with it the whole time. Up towards the third, it's been a hot minute. I definitely spent the most time on this boss out of all of them when doing this challenge though, and I just don't remember how long. So I started with him on normal.
I remember casually. I spent like multiple sessions on single bosses because this game is just not easy casually.
Whoa.
He's got some of his own cheese tricks.
Okay, that sucks.
What's the blue bar underneath again? Like underneath his health?
The green bar is shield.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Man, is phase 2 as far as I can get?
Maybe you have to switch your loadout.
Maybe.
I'd say give it one more try and then make a switch.
I don't even know what to change though.
This song is so interesting.
There's a couple of tricky moves
You
I
never
always struggled
predict
with
that
too.
second hit. Yeah. I ducked that though.
What are you supposed to do?
True.
What you're supposed to do is simply get better. Yep, again, I just... you think he's gonna hit you right away and he doesn't.
Something I learned about parry-focused games like this is that they get you by mixing up attack timings.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, let's let Squidly take a chance at this, honestly. I'm not opposed, and no one would know who's
He's
on
only
controller.
played like an hour of the game. Story mode.
Oh, you didn't say anything. Tell you what, I won't tell production
well, no,
if you
they
don't.
will. They definitely will.
There you go.
It sounds like a plan.
Damn. I see his health bar like not moving, and I wonder if that's him being frustrated or me just not doing enough damage.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a great time.
Hey, chat's enjoying this.
Nice.
There we go, second phase. Now he's got the axe.
Seems like you're getting
Speak soon.
You sure?
Oh, well. He's hooked too soon.
I got a little overzealous. Okay, Swiddly's turn.
I should remember how to play.
Hold B.
I'm not used to Xbox controllers either. This is gonna be rough.
Oh,
Oh, your sensitivity's high. Oh, how do I dodge?
You press B to dodge and then L1 to block.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
why I
this one.
pressed. Is this LB?
No, this one.
Try again. Let me just swing this.
Oh yeah, that's better
He's
than
got
I.
a time block.
I want to parry.
well, good attempt. We're all very proud of you.
I quit.
She quits. Well, I just learned something watching her do that.
Parry the second attack.
You just hold it. You just hold parry on the first one. Okay, that was weird.
What happened?
I was supposed to do a counter attack and then it didn't register, and then his attack missed me somehow.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
This is still me playing, by the way. I was just faking you guys out.
We are at the 16-minute mark
Alright,
or
how's the
so.
timer
I
looking?
say another 10 minutes or so is about what we got time for. Or whatever your vibe is. Sure.
I think my vibe is cutting off at 20.
I believe.
Is that? Yeah.
You can do it.
That's true.
Okay, we go the full 25.
these two, does he strap the gun to his sword and then it becomes a battle axe, or what does he do?
Too certain,
I
but
notice he has a gun
that
strap to
seems to
his
be what it is. I've always just looked at it as like a big old hammer.
Oh, good grief.
It's so fast, I can't dodge it.
Oh, I hit the second one.
Nice.
I don't think that was supposed to
Chat.
happen.
And y'all, I've got a little something interesting to mention, by the way. In that, if you're very focused on the game, and that's totally fair, we have, I'm double checking to make sure it's live, we have a new milestone that just opened up. This is specifically with the, I'm trying to figure out specifically what this is for. Nice. Well, we'll be playing as Sonic, which will be a special costume for this game.
Please don't kill me.
At 1800, we will be going fast and showing off the Sonic costume for our upcoming run tomorrow, specifically of Fez. Yeah, that's $24 more that we need to meet by the second run of tomorrow to get that costume of Sonic. Or we're playing through Fez. I personally love Fez. It's probably one of my favorite games from the Xbox 360 era in particular. It's such a cool game, and I didn't even realize that there was a costume option in that game in the first place. So yeah, that's another fun one to put it towards. Plus, we also have that bid war still ongoing. That'll be ending after the Fez run as well. So we kind of have a 2-for that we'll be raising money for the rest of tonight and at the start of tomorrow. That's Sonic costume for Fez, as well as the bid war choice for the costume for Super Fancy Pants Adventures. Oh.
Wait,
that's not supposed to happen. Oh. Alright.
I think it's fine.
What's up?
It's man's fault.
My Discord just had an issue momentarily. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? I don't have dubstep blasting in my ear anymore.
We are just past the 20-minute mark as of now.
Alright, what's the timer at?
We got a couple more tries, yep.
Alright, we'll give this 2 more honest shots. Yeah. Oh my god, he leads the shots now.
there has been a distinct lack of ripping off arms, disarming people, if you will, in this fight.
He's doing that sneaky stuff again.
Oh. Such a cheap shot.
So let's see this last try and see
will
how
beat
close we can
this.
get.
I just don't think I'll get it today.
I mean, you're definitely improving.
Yeah, I was about to say, hear me out. He's a little bit of a drone.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
The shotgun is kind of an interrupt as well. Maybe we can find a use for that.
I was doing nothing here, man.
That move always tripped me up when trying to dodge it. I hate that move. Yeah, the one that he whipped from really far away.
The yellow one?
I noticed that he switches to the Royal Guard moveset here. Oh, thanks, Steve.
Oh yeah, Taki mode is like free 20 seconds of just damage.
Yeah, it adds up.
Yeah. It's not much damage, but it's still something.
The shield's gone, so it's at least doing something.
Finally got to see that.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
It's a good attempt.
I think this might be it.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I knew I was about to get
Just past the
wrong.
26-minute mark. I'd say we could probably do one more chance, but if you want to call it there, that's fine.
The last try was
Alright.
that last try was really good.
Nah, we'll call it there. That was fun. That was fun,
Yeah,
though.
well, thank you so very much for doing that showcase,
Yeah,
and thank you so very
we'll
much,
end on that high
Chad,
note.
for helping us hit that milestone so that we could see the Super Boss showcase here on Saving Sarah. Yeah, and with that, yeah,
Yeah, it was a ton of
thank you
fun.
very
Thank you
much,
again, guys, for having me.
Ashley, Blue Metal, and Squidly for joining us all here tonight. I know it is late. I know this Super Boss showcase went a little long too, so I will not keep y'all any longer than we need to. Do you have any other shout outs you want to say before we throw it to a break, before we finish up the night? Wonderful. Then yeah, with that, chat, we are going to do a quick break here before we get some final words for you the rest of the night. Thank you very much once again, you three, for putting on an amazing show. And chat, we'll be back in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you very much for watching day 3 of the Saving Sarah Mutual Aid. Once again, my name has been Marksy and will continue to be Marksy, and it has been a pleasure to be your host here for this evening in this run of Stellar Blade. Before we go out for our raid, I just want to remind y'all, we have raised a total of $1,776 for our good friend Sarah, aka Doodleplex. Before we go out, I want to remind y'all why we're raising this money in the first place, because we are here supporting Sarah, also known as Doodleplex, with the Saving Sarah Mutual Aid event, which is running from today until Sunday, October 5th. She is currently facing housing insecurity due to a harmful family and relationship situation, and she needs our help to get back on her feet. Every donation goes directly towards securing housing and financial stability for her. Sarah is a valued member of the volunteer community who helps out whenever she can, so now we're here to help her. While we will be wrapping up for the night here in just a moment, exclamation point donate still works if you want to get another donation in, because we do have a milestone currently active that'll be ending by the time we get to the Fez run, which is the second run of tomorrow. If we get another $24 to hit the $1,800 mark, we will be getting that run done in the Sonic costume that is available in that game. Plus, the run immediately after that, Super Fancy Pants Adventure, we do have that costume bid war as well to choose which costume the runner will be using for that playthrough. Currently in the lead, we have On Fire with $14 put towards it, and in second place, Full Rainbow with $10 put towards that as well. Those will continue to run until that event, until that run starts tomorrow, which will be the third one of the event. Otherwise, we are going to be going out to raid our friend Mr. Shasta here in just a moment. So yeah, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, we will be back. 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time, we will be back with Split Fiction being run by Blackheart Wings and Professor Birch. That is going to be an amazing run. I've seen those two be practicing that run lately, so you won't want to miss it. And otherwise, thank you so very much for the generosity y'all have shown us today. We will continue this event tomorrow. We have a whole Cillian Awful block, by the way, planned for this time too. You will not want to miss. It's going to be super fun. But yeah, for now, thank you very much for joining us tonight here on Saving Sarah. We will see you all later tomorrow. Have a lovely night, sleep well, take care, and thank you once again for helping Sarah through this difficult time. Have a good night, y'all, or good morning if you're not in the United States. Bye!